up, guys? Day 10, last day of the second week of Coach Basics, and we're going to talk about how to share your story. Good job, babe. She's on top of it.
I wasn't listening.
So why don't you start and say what are some of the ways that you can share your story?
First off, through social media. That's going to be your biggest outreach through to people and to actually share your story, because that's like where everyone is at.
I found the wig. Sorry, I've been looking for my wig. Okay, anyway.
It was in a bucket
Holy
full of
crap,
Hershey Kisses.
so
There's Hershey Kisses in there.
So excited.
Anyways, so through social media, and how you share your story is, I bet you can guess, post daily about your workouts, your nutrition, and whatever else you want to do. Your life, your hobby.
Kids.
Yeah, if you're a mom, you can share a lot about your kids. If you're a fur baby mom, you can share a lot about your fur baby. Like we share a lot about our puppies. If you like, for Cam example, he likes to go mountain biking and all that stuff. Or like when we go hiking, anything outdoors, like share you. You don't want to share all fitness stuff, because people who aren't into fitness aren't going to be able to relate with you. So you want to make sure you're sharing who you are too.
Every top coach I've talked to when they mention like why they're successful or why they're growing their business, where they always ask like, are you sharing on social media? That's like one of the first things they say, because it's not saying join my workout program or do this. You're sharing your life. You're sharing like the kids,
what you
do. They connect with you, the person, and then when you post fitness stuff, it gets them thinking like, hey, they're a regular person who works a regular job and has kids, but they still work out. Maybe I can do that. So that's the whole point.
For example, Denny, who has 2 kids and posts videos with him and his wife working out, with the one running around, and they have a newer, how old is she? She's recently new.
Born. See,
recently new.
We don't have kids.
Recently
new. She was born recently. Wow. She's recently new.
She's new to the world. Anyway, so he'll share that, and people, he's not like saying, join me, or do what I'm doing. He's being like, I work, and we're married, and we have 2 little kids, and we still make this work. So other people will look at that and be like, oh, I have kids. I could probably do that then if he's doing that. Him and his wife are doing that.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean you have to post 35 times a day.
No.
But for coaches on this team and other teams I've talked to, if you don't post at least 1 time a day or a couple times a day, you're not successfully sharing your story. And there's people that don't post for like a week or 2 weeks at a time. I don't see it. No one sees it, and they go, well, coaching isn't for me, or no one's really talking to me. You're not letting them know what you're doing. You're not letting them know about your life. And when they do post, this is what's so funny. I hear it every time. I showed a picture of my workout and people loved it and commented. Well, no shit. Duh. They love positivity. I mean, they want the inspiration, and you are the inspiration. So share more of you.
The more you share and everything, you start to gain those people's trust. Like last night, I got a message from this girl who I've been just talking to. I mean, I think I've mentioned she's asked me about programs before, but she hasn't been able to afford it, and that's totally fine. But I invited her to our free challenge groups. I don't know if she ever did it, but even though she didn't do the free ones, she just messaged me last night saying that she is now ready and that she's gained my trust because she sees me constantly posting and helping people.
Exactly. And like people come to us and like, oh, I saw you guys went hiking, or I saw you in the dogs, or I saw you went to Portland, or I saw you went to Bend. How do they know that? Because we share it. And it doesn't mean, like when we went to Bend, it was hardly any fitness stuff. It was all the mountains and coffee and seeing friends and relatives.
I don't think we did any fitness stuff, actually.
And people connect with that. So they want to get to know you. They want to see your story, and how you effectively share that is by social media. But do some videos. Post some pictures of your food. Post some pictures of your family. Post positive statuses. Like, Emily does a really good job of it. She'll post like, hey friends, what's 3 good things that happened to you today? Awesome. That's not fitness related. That's not saying buy my stuff. It's making people think that there's positivity in this world. Like, good things did happen to me. I share random statuses on my feed. Like, what do you like better, pineapples or strawberries? That's stupid, but it gets people engaged and thinking. And then the next time I post something about workout or something, maybe people will be like, oh, that's the same guy. Like, I'm interested. So you just have to share you. And if you think that people aren't following or they don't care, it's because you're not sharing enough. They aren't seeing it enough.
Well, and another thing with that is if they aren't liking or commenting on your stuff, it doesn't mean they're not seeing it, because Chelsea posted a video, I think it was her making Shakeology and it was like through iMovie, and it was just music. She wasn't talking or anything. She had over 200 views on it, but maybe a few likes or comments, if that. But just because there was only that many people that actually took time to write on the comment, there was over 200 views, so over 200 people saw what she was doing.
Planting those seeds.
Yes, so...
And it all comes back to all these days loop into each other. You have to believe in yourself before you can share, obviously, because people are scared. But personal development and believing in yourself is the key. But the more you share, the more successful you're going to be. The more you share, more people reach out to you. So if you haven't been posting hardly at all, or you're afraid to, you just have to do it.
Like, set a timer on your phone, or if you have a hard time remembering to post, set timers on your phone and be like, oh, it's time to post a picture. Or the night before, if you're going to have a busy day, like in your notes or something, you can write out what you're going to post the next day with the picture. So when it's time to post, you just copy and paste it and boom, it's out there. It takes no time.
Yep.
You just have to actually do it.
Yep. And
is the thing.
What I was telling some other coaches is, like, if you miss a day of working out or eating healthy or forgetting to post, who cares? Go to the next day. Start over. Like, don't beat yourself up because you forgot to post or you didn't post enough or whatever. Because then you get down on yourself. Like, I couldn't do it. You missed a day. Who freaking cares? And that's the beauty of coaching, is you can never get fired from coaching. If you have a bad week of in your life, is struggling or whatever,
if
that's
you're struggling,
fine.
share it.
It's fine, but that's the thing that's different from the real job, and why this is the right way to be. If you work hard, you get rewarded. If you don't, you don't. At a real job, we can both be showing up. I'm a great worker. She's a horrible worker. We both get paid the same amount of money. That's not fair to me. And I see it. I'm like, I'm working my butt off. She's late all the time. She skips days. How do we get paid the same? That's frustrating. With coaching, it's the exact opposite, and people don't always like that. We both show up to coach. I work my butt off. I grow my business because I work hard and share and talk to people and message and believe in myself. She doesn't. I grow my business and make money.
And I stay here.
And she doesn't do anything. It's exactly like coaching. Like, the only difference between me and you is I've been more consistent and I share more. And it doesn't mean that I'm different than you. I'm not. You're exactly the same. You just have to do what we're telling you to do. And it all starts with sharing your story.
Yep. Because that's how people relate with you, and
because there's people that relate with you that don't relate with us.
Exactly, and that's how we reach more people.
Exactly. So don't be afraid to share. Don't be afraid of being judged, because there's always been people judging.
And when you post, you don't have to, I think we already said this, but you don't have to always write, like, join my challenge group, or you should do this program. Just post a picture being like, just finished my workout, feeling good, or just finished my workout, it was a struggle, and I feel like I'm going to die, but I did it. Like,
shows your accountability.
Yes, or whatever, like, just made this for breakfast, boom, and then people start seeing that. You don't have to, like, I feel like people think you have to constantly be inviting people to a program or whatever, and like, when we say invite, it doesn't always mean inviting physically to a group. It can
just
mean
showing
just,
what you're doing.
Exactly, like soft invites.
Yeah, so make sure you're posting on social media a couple times a day at least, just to let people know what you're doing. It could be like you're doing homework, take a picture of it. You can go to your job, take a picture of it. You're driving in the car, take a picture of it. Doesn't matter.
So for, I think, the next week, I really encourage you guys to, like, just give it a full week of being consistent, posting 3 or more times a day on social media, and see what happens. Like, just try it, just do it, no excuses, just freaking do it and see what happens. I'm sure you'll be amazed.
Yep. So share your story,
feedback, so.
everything about it.
Yep. Boom.